We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Murray now on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Murray sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw is Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Darrell Taylor in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Wilson after the play fake to Carson, rolling to his left. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. On 3rd down, Carson. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Myers' kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action. Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Off the edge, this sack by Matt Ioannidis.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
To try again after the sack. Murray eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Matt Ioannidis able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Right back to him on first down. The Pro Bowler, Chris Harris, is in on the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of 2 there, second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. This is Carson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
the play fake. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll try the left side. Carson, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They go back to Carson here on second. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Wide open, Gronkowski. Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. Is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Meanwhile, Murray's throw into the hands of Fan. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Murray. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Gardner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Isabella now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Wilson on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Isabella now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think
and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Curtis Samuel, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for two is snuffed out. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And that's complete to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Murray off play action. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robertson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to face a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he gets it down to the 32.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Murray going deep for Hopkins. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, 33 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Now Prater to add the PAT. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Mixing score, Seahawks 26, Cardinals 14.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
On second down, it's Carson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Touchdown, Seahawks. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, Andy Isabella. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray now to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. They've got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They go play action now. Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray eluding the pressure right. Murray has the 1st down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point good by Prater. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Oh, Wilson going to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be out right at the 35. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead him to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
They go back to Carson here on second. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On third down, Carson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.